In this video, we'll be talking high level around the different types of data transformation steps in Parabola. Parabola is really built to speak your language in the sense of if you wrote out a step-by-step guide for how to do a process manually, all of the steps in Parabola would be quite similar to what that step-by-step process that you wrote out actually looked like. When I think about the best Parabola flows, they're often filled with a lot of different cards with documentation on them, where maybe it says, hey, we need to start by filtering out our rows, then we can rename, then we can remove duplicates. Parabola's data transformation steps map really closely to that same language, where we can do things like edit columns, we can filter out different data sets, we can remove duplicates, we can even search for different keywords that you maybe are familiar with from Excel. So maybe I need to do a VLOOKUP. You can see, hey, combine tables is the equivalent of Parabola. Maybe you need to do something like a SUMIF function. Really whatever you can do in a spreadsheet, there will be some combination of data transformation steps in Parabola that'll help you accomplish the same thing. Now, thinking about some best practices here. Whenever you're building a flow, I would encourage you to get started by making your data as clean as possible, because that'll make it a whole lot easier to do all of your data transformation steps later in the flow. I would think about things like removing unnecessary columns, deduping your data set, making the names of your columns really nice and clear before you start doing some of that heavier data transformation in the middle of the flow, where you are combining data across sources, you're aggregating data, and then once all of that data is in really good shape, you can think about formatting your data at the end of the flow, where maybe we're formatting dates and numbers, we're renaming columns, so on and so forth. In the next couple of videos here, we'll talk about some of the most common and powerful data transformation steps in Parabola, doing things like how to apply if-else logic, how to dedupe data sets, how to combine data sets based on multiple different keys. In the next video, we'll get started by covering one of the most common steps in Parabola, the edit column step.